The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
No, so okay. So here's an awkward thing.
This is probably one of the worst things I've ever done.
Yeah, so we were coming from Pandora over the back way over towards the safari, and we're walking, and all of a sudden Scott goes running to this. It scares the hell out of this one poor cast member, little girl, and all of a sudden he's like taking pictures with her and stuff. And Jaws and I are just staring at each other like, what in the ever living? And it couldn't have been more awkward. Like it was bad. And I was like, I don't know what it was. I guess she was a TikToker.
So
I don't know what she.
So she's in the Disney College program, and she's vlogging her Disney College program experience. And I just happened to follow her
you just
on
already
Facebook
have too much
and
information
Instagram.
about her.
She's from the UK. Her name is Louise.
Exactly.
So I've been following her, seeing all of her videos, sharing in the excitement of finding out of her on check-in day, going to traditions. When she found out her working assignment, like
you know her work schedule.
No, I don't. No, I don't. So the thing is, I knew that she worked at Festival of the Lion King because she shared a video of her working at Festival of the Lion King. So as we're walking by, I see her, and I'm like, oh my God, like this is going to be such a big thrill for her to be recognized.
To meet you.
Not to meet
like
me.
you're some kind of influencer or something.
This is going to be such a big thrill for her to meet a predator in person.
I know, right?
This creepy old man with glasses is running up to her.
Welcome to America, precious.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios. It's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. The good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
Like the guy said, we're the No New Friends podcast, the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. Voted #1 by our friends and family. Now you can connect with us. All of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise. And for as low as $2 a month, you can join our clubhouse. Become a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon, with a bunch of exclusive content, prizes that'll take me 6 months to send out to you. It's all good. It's all fun. You can watch us live on the YouTube every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then occasionally we go to the parks, the Florida theme parks, on Wednesday mornings on the TikToks, and make sure you follow us there. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, my extremely talented cast of characters, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
They're eating the dogs.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
It's me. I'm still allowed to be gay for a few more months.
Our producer, Alex.
Not only do I edit this podcast, but I also listen. I listen to it.
And Sarah's not here tonight. It's her daughter's birthday, and she chose her daughter over us. So sitting in for her, who was going to be here anyway as a guest, Game Master Ryan. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I don't understand why I have to spend $3,000 on a vacation to finally be back on the podcast, but it seems
That's
like the only
way
way
it
I ever
works.
get on here. Yeah.
That's the way it works around here. Yeah, that's that's the biggest perk of all. If you want to be a guest on the podcast, you book a vacation through Sandpiper Vacations.
For us to explain
We'll
it.
have
You
you
book through
on.
Nick, and then you hang out with Scott, and then you babysit Scott, and then you get home by John.
So let's we'll talk about that
Fast
in a second.
track,
Nick,
Yeah.
Nick, I'm very concerned about your dog that always makes noise when we're recording.
She's awful quiet right
tastes-
now.
She tasted very delicious.
Wow.
So the best thing to do with your dog is air fry them. Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you didn't watch TV at all last night, or the internet, or talk to anybody today,
Wow.
apparently in Ohio
Wow.
we eat our pets. Well, illegal aliens. There's
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of millions of them in Springfield, Ohio, which is about an hour away from me. So
illegal aliens eat your
yeah,
pets.
yeah.
I thought about booking Ryan's next trip there, but
Yeah. Go eat a hot dog.
Oh, Lock them
No,
up.
never mind.
sometimes.
You should take
I
a
don't
trip
eat
for
hot dogs.
content.
What an amazing debate last night. Amazing from the standpoint that so much comedy happened. So much comedy.
Sound bites, just sound bites after sound bites. Yeah. Although, Scott, before we get into the debate, I do want to say the best sound bite of the day came a few hours before when Joe Biden told the press, "Tomorrow I'm going to do 9/11." Warning, giving America a heads up that he was going to carry out a terrorist attack, apparently.
Do 9/11.
That was super nice of it.
But then listen, Trump cannot be outdone because he then let us know during the debate that at some point he got involved with the Taliban.
Yeah, he did.
Invited them to Camp David and got involved with them.
Yeah, got involved with them with a with concepts of a plan to dismantle them.
We have one of those concepts of a plan here in Orlando. It's the I-4 eyesore that's been a building literally under construction for the last 25 years. It's a concept of a plan.
Now, Biden wasn't kidding when he promised to carry out a terrorist attack today. Did you see the video that came out today of him putting on a MAGA hat?
No.
Dead serious. He went and it was a room full of Trump supporters, and he put on a Trump 2024 hat. And I'm dead serious. I thought it was photoshopped. In the age of AI, I thought it was AI. No, I watched the video, and the guy who gave it to him was like, "I'm proud of you, you old fart." He said that to the president of the United States. That was just. I'll tell you what. If Biden was running, that earned my vote. That was peak comedy.
So you're right, Chris. Just so many sound biteable moments, including when Donald Trump says, "Well, that's just a sound bite." Fantastic.
He respects the biz.
He respects it. He respects it.
Yeah, he gets
I knew
it.
it was coming. What I didn't realize was going to happen, and I feel like we need to talk about this, Scott, is where is Darren?
Oh.
Because I just heard that you can apparently have an abortion after birth now. So I just want to make sure Darren's okay.
Oh, wow.
Apparently it's an option now. I don't know.
It's an option now, Scott.
Right? Listen.
It's a great way to threaten your kids. I'll abort you right now.
Don't make me vote liberal and approve executions. What was great?
We'll take it right to Virginia.
We're not going to get too deep into the politics of it, but what made Kamala Harris so brilliant is she used all of Donald Trump's rhetoric against him. You know, when he calls people a disgrace, she used the word disgrace probably 4 times. Like, people that have worked for you call you a disgrace. Respected world leaders call you a disgrace. But then she did one of the most brilliant things. She had to remind him that he's running against her and not Joe Biden. And then at one point called out his competency. He's like, this is a guy who still thinks he won the election. Are you okay? Are you fit to run this guy? Like, are you okay? And I thought it was brilliant. But the moment that she called out his crowd sizes and said people leave because they're bored and exhausted, he became completely unhinged from that point.
What do you know about crowd sizes?
You're busting them in. They're paying people.
You're paying them.
So much fun.
Yeah, I could go for if that was like a weekly special, I would. If you even charged on pay-per-view for any debate with Trump, it sucks because Trump has now set the precedent for all debates going forward, and not precedent as in competency or professionalism, but pure entertainment value. I would go to AMC theaters to watch anything Trump was debating against anyone. No, absolutely. Saturday Night Live sitting there like shit.
Like we don't even need Saturday Night Live. We already know what's gonna like.
This
the
is
jokes
reality
are there.
TV.
The jokes are write themselves.
How do we top this?
How do we laugh at this?
The only thing better than watching a Trump debate is go on social media during a Trump debate. The trends,
yes, the memes were on point.
The memes, the sound bites, all it's just we live in such a great time for comedy. A sad time for human civilization. Amazing time if you don't take anything too serious.
I like that CNN fact-checked Trump as he said what he said and then interrupted him.
ABC, yeah. But what I love, see, here's the thing. A lot of Republicans are saying this was a 3-on-1 debate. I agree. It was a 3-on-1 debate. It was a 3-on-1 debate. And it was, I'll tell you why it was so unfair.
Pretty unprofessional to just
you had one candidate that they allowed to talk past when the microphone turned off, and they would turn it back on, and got 47 minutes of talk time compared to 39 minutes. Okay. Very one-sided. And then also they kept helping one candidate and just reminding them that, hey, that's not true. We're going to help you get to your answer because what you're saying is that's the wrong answer. So we're going to help you so you can get to so they were essentially giving Donald Trump the debate on a silver platter. They're like, here, we're going to give you all the time you need. Don't worry about the rules of the microphone being turned off. And listen, when you say something that's completely ridiculous and untrue, we're going to help you out. We're going to give you a pass on that so that you can take another stab at it. Very one-sided. Three versus one. Very unfair.
This is your editor, Alex, stepping in here for an explanation for Scott. Don't do this very often, but I thought it would be helpful. I work in the education system. I work with emotional behavioral disorder kids. And kids that have an IEP. Kids who have neurological disorders have an IEP. Kids who have Fs in certain subjects for multiple years will get an IEP, individualized education program. This allows them to have extra time on their tests because they need that extra time. And that's all they are doing. They're giving an adult who, in today's standards, might have an IEP if he was in school again, extra time on a test.
The venue that they debated at, I was there before. That could have been me last night.
That could have been you.
Yeah, I don't think there was an audience there.
No, I could have been on stage because I was there before. That could have been me.
Gotcha. But Chris, I've never watched a presidential debate. I did watch when Sarah Palin was the vice president nominee because I thought that she was funny. Yeah. But
I would just mute and just watch her.
Yeah.
I watched the SNL recap of that one.
That's true.
Tina Fey.
When Tina Fey was playing the
flute. But I'm glued. I want more debates. I want a ton of debates.
I don't because my anxiety and depression was awful last night and I could not sleep from it and no amount of medication was enough. Apparently. Yeah, it was hard to watch as a person, a human. If you were a cat or dog, I would be scared. But
well, you're scared.
You only have to be scared in Springfield, Ohio. Springfield, Ohio.
Yeah, and there's some other city too that he mentioned, but it was all about Springfield, though.
Yes,
it's kind of funny that these people are supposed to be the people working for us, right? They were their boss, right? They're supposed to make our lives better, and half the debate was talked about people who don't live here legally. It's like, but what can you do for me? Like, come on, what can you do for me?
Right. Anyway, good times. I hope that he gets to run again in 2028.
Every single if he wins, right? I hope they abolish term limits just so he can run every year until he dies, just so we get a debate or have a moderated debate. Oh my gosh!
Could you imagine?
And disclaimer: I'm saying this purely for comedic value, purely for entertainment standpoint. Have a moderated debate. Oh my gosh! Maybe they have him narrate some documentaries like Obama does now.
I said put him back in the Big Brother house or something like that.
Oh my god!
Survivor, put him back on a reality show.
Hunger Games. He's a shooting survivor, so he can.
Hunger Games.
Yeah, he can he's Naked and Afraid. He's a survivalist. Oh my gosh! I just put him on everything. I wish he was basically The Rock. How The Rock is just in everything.
Right.
Put Donald Trump in everything. Make him be Maui. Like just Fast and Furious.
What if he was in Homeland 2? What if they brought back like Homeland 6 or whatever it is now?
Oh,
but
my God.
He's the one that's stuck in a house.
He's locked out of the White House.
He's locked out of the White House. There you go. And it can be him and Buffalo Bob setting up all sorts of traps for Nancy Pelosi. I love this. We should pitch this to Hollywood.
J6 would have never happened, Nancy. I love how he called it J6.
J6, yes.
It's got a cute little pet nickname for the Insurrection Day.
I love that you can give hypotheticals as facts. Okay.
Oh,
So he was asked what, you keep saying that if you were elected in 24 hours, you would stop the war in the Ukraine. And he says,
would have never happened.
It's like, well, okay, how would you make it stop? He goes, well, it would have never happened. I wouldn't have had to worry about it. And that was presented as fact.
Sounds like a fact.
He reminds me a lot of how I graduated high school.
Barely.
Like just all of the excuses that just makes that you say something confidently enough, people start to believe you. And it's like my teacher would be like, you didn't hand in your homework for like the past month. I gave you a stack the other day. Like, oh, I think you did. Yeah, actually, you're right.
You're the one that lost that teacher.
Yeah, you're totally gaslighting your teacher. Fun times. I hope there's another one. I'm not as interested in the JD Vance.
I would not be watching that.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to be although he's a kook, but
did you see him at the bakery?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah,
No.
I saw that.
Oh, you got to look up the donut shop JD Vance video.
Yeah. Okay, I can't wait.
Never saw a person that was worse at small
nobody
talk
warned those people at the
than
bakery about him
JD
coming
Vance.
in. So she's like,
that was the other weird thing.
who got fired over that?
Yeah, very, very. I think that his press people that set up that appointment, I think they're part of the Democratic committee.
He's like, I'm running for vice president. She's like, okay, I don't want to be on camera.
So we did some of the sprinkle stuff. Good. Yeah. But if you ever felt uncomfortable in your life, Scott, this will make you feel so much
It's
better.
like your normal interactions with everybody in life.
Right. Speaking of awkward interactions, how about the handshake at the beginning of the debate?
Little try-hardy for Kamala. I'm not going to lie.
She chased him around the stage. That's the Saturday Night Live skit. Is just having Maya Rudolph chase Alan Gordon around around the stage. But speaking of unawkward encounters, Ryan was in town. I got to spend a little bit of time with him last week. Well, it was not awkward for me.
Awkward moments.
Well, there was one.
Was there really?
Well, I almost walked by you, but I didn't recognize you with your glasses on, and you had a hat on. I just thought you were some creep, so I kept on walking. But that was you at the exit of Rise of the Resistance. I like your glasses. You look like you're like OSHA approved right now with those glasses on.
It's funny. I texted him when I was the first day we met up at Hollywood Studios, and he was like, "Hey, we're in line for Rise of the Resistance." I was like, "Perfect, that's great," because that gives me time to get into the park, exchange a fuel rod, go get a beer, and then go meet him. Well, I finished the beer before they came out. Well, there's no good beer in Galaxy's Edge, so I had to leave. I'm like,
really?
Hey, where are you at? Oh yeah, all you have is a Star Wars beer, and it's fucking gross.
They have Star Wars beer?
It's like fruity pineapple
like Yoda
beer.
Piss?
It tastes like Yoda piss with a hint of pineapple.
Oh, okay.
Oh, actually kind of sounds quite good.
Pineapple makes your semen taste better.
So yeah, I was already too deep by the time Ryan exited.
It's 9 o'clock. You'll be 3 deep by the time I get off of this ride.
How deep were you guys?
Very deep. We were 2 Nicks and a Sean deep.
3 deep.
Wow.
I don't know what that meant. I was going to make a handicap joke. I didn't think of one quick enough.
Can't say handicap.
No, only I can say handicap because I am to say the
N-word, not handicap. So Ryan, tell us all about your vacation. It was so great to see you guys.
It was really nice hanging out. We had a great time down there. All
right, thanks. Great time. Thanks for coming on, Ryan.
Yeah, that was
it. What blew me away? Sorry to interrupt. Eventually, we're going to let you speak.
It's okay. I'm just a guest.
Well, listen, hold on. At least I let you talk in the first 15 minutes of your episode.
That wasn't my fault. You could blame Alex for that.
All right, Disneyverse, you guys just do a whole episode. And you're like, oh yeah, by the way, here's a guest. Next week, we're going to be discussing Carousel Progress. So, the first couple times that Ryan was here, it was kind of just me hanging out with him. Yeah. Now I have to I have to schedule time on his calendar. I have to reach out to his assistant to set up time because
Very
everybody
popular.
wants to see Ryan.
I'm surprisingly popular.
Very popular.
Very popular.
I felt like I was on like a Goodwill tour meeting people.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I paid for half his vacation to get him further away from where I live.
Don't worry. I'm going to keep on going further away from you. No, I probably met up with like 9 or 10 people while I was down there. I saw Jaws. I saw Jackie. I saw you. You know who I didn't see was Lewis and Sarah.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they avoided me just like Sarah's.
You met them already, though.
Yeah, but now Sarah's avoided me again today. So I don't know what the deal is with that.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you know.
It's like anytime we had Jeff Kaufman on, Mary's like, hey, I'm sick.
Yeah.
He's sick too of you.
So yeah, Lewis avoided me. I guess he thinks I work for Border Patrol or something. But
Well, yeah, he's busy eating a hot dog or wait, a real dog. That joke didn't land. Anyway.
The Trump bumper sticker scared him off.
That's the other immigrants, not that one. But I don't know. What do you want me to talk? What do you want me to say about my vacation?
The fact that you booked it through Sandpiper Vacations.
Well, let me start off with saying it was not possible without Nick from Sandpiper Vacations.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the shout out. That's amazing.
No, it really was. You booked everything for us. It made things way easier. We went to Mickey's Not So Scary.
That's fun.
That was a lot of fun. I've never done it before.
Which you've never done this before.
No.
And the text messages I was getting, like, I was crying with you or for you.
So you can do it for me.
It was very magical to see. I love seeing people's reactions to Disney in general, their first time there, but the Mickey's Not So Scary, it's a whole different experience.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a whole different thing, but we loved that. I mean, it was a good hot vacation. We melted the entire time we were there.
But you were extremely hot because you literally wore jeans every single day.
Why did everybody
I was very
ask
confused
me
by that?
Everybody.
I was going to, but I didn't feel like hearing you.
Okay, well, everybody I met said, how can you wear jeans in this? I work in jeans all day long in an un-AC'd shop.
Yeah, but that's in North Carolina. There's not like
it's
real
still
heat.
9,000 degrees.
No.
Yeah. That's just what I wear. I don't show my legs off.
I mean, that's okay. Wear some leggings or something like that.
Yeah, I'll wear yoga pants next time. Nick will show up.
In that case, I'll be there.
He's got his cowboy boots, his camo hat.
I know, right?
The Confederate flag. It was weird.
Hey, I wasn't eating no dogs or cats.
Where'd you guys stay?
We stayed at Pop Century, of course.
Okay, I was going to ask you which Value Resort did you stay at?
It was the Value, but it was the good one, the one with the Skyliner.
He spent a little bit more money this time.
Yes.
I've been giving him a lot of crap because
you always give me crap.
We were talking
because you're like I make more money booking vacations to Idaho than I do off of your vacation.
Yeah, that too. Because he's like, I wanted a Value Resort, but on top of it, we chatted about dining reservations for like months in advance of what his favorite places were, and me and Maddie, who are Disney professionals here because we book vacations all the time, we experience it. Ryan wanted to eat at T-Rex.
Listen, what's wrong with that?
That's like where you go when you can't find another place.
No.
The reservations are full.
That's part of the reason I like it is I'm a Landry's member because I'm special. So I don't even have to wait in line when I go there.
Yeah.
Not that kind
Former
of
host
special.
of the Diz His podcast you talked about. Anyway.
There's nothing wrong with T-Rex, though we didn't eat at T-Rex.
No, you didn't.
No, we ate at Wine Bar George.
I was very happy about your choices of restaurants. You had a nice, and this trip too was different because you didn't take your kid this time.
Yeah, no
It was
kids.
just you and your wife. And how's that now from your perspective?
Without the kid?
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm not gonna say it's better. I was gonna say it's better, but it's not because I enjoy seeing his reaction to things. This one was more about me. It was for my birthday, so it was kind of.
Oh, happy birthday!
Yeah, well, it's coming up. It's not that
And Nick, happy birth month.
Yeah, thank you for acknowledging that.
It's your birthday.
And happy 9/11.
Yeah. Well,
We wish everyone a happy Pearl Harbor Day.
We
and
do.
happy
We do.
Juneteenth.
We have to stay consistent.
We do have to stay consistent.
But yeah, it was more for a trip for her and I. Next trip we make, we'll bring him with us. But
When you came at the right time and put like each day you went was perfect because you went to Magic Kingdom on a party day.
Yeah.
Which it's always slower on a party day, so you got to knock everything out. They rope dropped Animal Kingdom, so by the time I got there, they were ready to leave. They're like, "Hey, well, I guess we'll."
I know
They rope dropped everything.
everything.
Well,
Every day.
yeah, but if you rope drop Animal Kingdom, you're done.
Not only did we
10 a.m.
rope drop Animal Kingdom, we were picked as the first family of the day at Animal Kingdom.
What?
Oh, that's cool. You got to stay in the castle then?
No, there's no castle in Animal Kingdom. We stayed in the tree. No,
The cast member's like, this guy looks like he needs a
she
win.
come up there and
Let's
she's
just-
like, hey, how many? Yeah, I know, right? She's like, how many in your party? I was like, 2. She's like, come with me. And they brought us to the front of the park. And she's like, you guys are going to help open the park and then you guys can go. I'm like, okay. So we scanned in, and she told this other lady I was up there, she's like, push that button. And then she turned to us and said, run. Run that way. So we
What did the
ran, and
button
all these
do?
people came. I guess it turned on all the kiosks. The
What did she say when she saw you?
She said, how many people in your party? I said, 2.
Yeah, and then what'd she say?
She said, come with me.
Your wife's okay with that?
Yeah, it's fine. She was with me.
Oh,
What time was this? Because Animal Kingdom's the earliest park.
I don't know. We got
4 a.m.
Did you even sleep?
We slept. Yeah, I did. Disney's not a relaxing vacation. I don't sleep in at Disney.
you didn't do many fireworks shows though,
No.
because you guys
I don't
were
like any of the Epcot ones that they've ever had. We did do the one at Not So Scary. We did Fantasmic the last day we were there. So besides that, was the only nighttime fireworks ones.
You didn't do Happily Ever After?
No. Oh,
That's
there's
a
that gas
sin.
from the.
Nick. They rope dropped, and it was 9,000
Yeah,
degrees.
by 4 o'clock we were done.
Yeah,
Like done. I was like, okay. I never even turned on the hot water in the shower that whole week. It was just ice cold showers all week.
that's all right. They don't have hot water in
Oh,
Pop
no, you pay
Century,
extra
so
for it.
you're fine.
Ryan doesn't have hot water either.
Gonna pump it up from the well.
We got to meet up twice. We went to Hollywood Studios. Did we ride anything?
We did Star
We
Tours.
did Star Tours.
You complained about
Yep.
pulling the damn yellow thing again. That's all
I
you
did,
ever do.
I did.
We
Yep.
went.
You got to hang out twice?
Yeah, and he dragged me to the stupid Indiana Jones show. Yeah, showed me a picture of him with a whip. He yelled, "What's your name?"
Was it Justin or David
It's
or
Kunta
Robert?
Kinte.
It was
Which one
actually
was it?
Toby, Nick.
Oh, Toby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm glad you got that, Chris.
Kunta Kinte. Anyway, it was Hot Indy Chris.
Oh, he was so excited. It's funny because Scott was waiting in Indiana Jones because we were off doing something else. And then I saw him and he's waving. And it's so fun to see autistic Scott show up because that's what happens when he gets into Indiana Jones. And just like, I saw the Forrest Gump wave and all sorts of stuff with him. He's just like a kid in a candy store.
I did get there ahead of time. I got there early, and so that I could get us a good
We
seat.
don't need a
By
good seat.
It's like the second or third row on the right side, second section from the right. But the funny thing is, beforehand, they went to do one of the Toy Story rides with Lightning Lane. I was like, well, you know what? You guys go do that. I'm going to go step out of the park, smoke cig. But it was scene 2 of the Indy show. So I snuck in real quick to watch, and I saw that the off-duty Indy was Chris, who I love, and I've only seen him do one show. He's always the Tuesday 1:15. So I'm like, well, great, he's Indy next at the 1:15 show. So we are going to go see the show, which we had already committed to. But yeah, so super
I
exciting.
didn't commit to anything, but I was forced into this.
Megan's like,
She's like, just come
make
on,
your
he's
special
special,
friend feel good. You were such a good sport, and it was the perfect show. So
Sport.
That's like
They call
That's
that's what they call you, Scott, when you're in there. Sport.
wow.
Why don't you sit over here in your seat, champ? You want a fidget toy?
He's like,
one of these days, Ryan, I'm going to be the person that they bring out on stage to say lights, camera, action. I'm committed to that
Man,
plan.
they're gonna think you're some kind of. Never mind. Make a wish, kid.
Yeah. So then we got to hang out at Animal Kingdom
Yep.
as well, and that's when
We saw Jaws,
joined
yes, that was
us.
a lot of fun.
I'm so jealous.
I'm
you
so
guys all
glad
got
to
to
meet
hang
Jaws.
out.
He's such a cool dude, and like I've known him for
Such a
3
cool guy.
years, I think, or 2.5 years. I haven't met him, so it's so good to actually meet up with him. Scott
Jaws
says,
did comment in chat saying I could keep up with a beer emoji. Is that true?
yeah, I saw
he
it.
can
Yeah,
keep
I saw
up.
it.
Wow.
Actually, he's like
impressive.
he's better with it than Scott because
He can handle
Scott
himself.
doesn't
And
handle it so well. So we're
he
walking because
he doesn't hide in trees anywhere.
no. So
for hot
okay.
men.
So here's an awkward
This is probably
thing.
one of the worst things I've ever done.
So we were coming from Pandora over the back way over towards the safari, and we're walking, and all of a sudden Scott goes running to this. It scares the hell out of this one poor cast member, a little girl, and all of a sudden he's like taking pictures with her and stuff. And Jaws and I are just staring at each other like, what in the ever living? And it couldn't have been more awkward. Like it was bad. And I was like, I don't know what it was. I guess she was a TikToker.
So
OnlyFans? I don't know what she did.
So she's in the Disney College program, and she's vlogging her Disney College program experience. And I just happen to follow her
You just
on
happen to already have
Facebook
too much
and
information
Instagram.
about her.
She's from the UK. Her name is
Yeah,
Louise.
exactly.
So I've been following her, seeing all of her videos. sharing in the excitement of finding out of her on check-in day, going to traditions. When she found out her working assignment, like
you know her work schedule. Or?
No, I don't. I don't. No, I don't. So the thing is, I knew that she worked at Festival of the Lion King because she shared a video of her working at Festival of the Lion King. So as we're walking by, I see her and I'm like, oh my God, like this is going to be such a big thrill for her to be recognized.
To meet you.
Not to meet
like
me.
you're some kind of influencer or something.
This is going to be such a big thrill for her to meet a predator in person.
I know, right?
This creepy old man with glasses is running up to her.
Welcome to America, precious.
Now,
Do you call her sweetie or hun?
You know he did. You know he did. I was close enough to see it. We could see it on her face.
There's no new friends in it. Is that what she said to you? Is that what you were expecting?
No new chaps. But the next video she put out was talking about her day at work, and she's like, I was recognized in this park by this creepy bald special man.
It was really awkward.
when I sobered up and realized that it wasn't so much saying hi to her, because I probably would have anyway.
Yeah, at first it wasn't so bad. I was like, oh, maybe he knows her. And then like he's talking to her, and I could tell she didn't know him. And then all of a sudden he's like turning around taking pictures with her. I'm like, what the hell is he doing?
What are you going to do with those?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Tell me off air.
Stop.
Then he took pictures of her feet. It was really weird.
I think that the thing about it was, if I would have given you all context before I ran up there, it wouldn't have been
just ran away.
I literally said, "Oh my God," and I started running. And when I started coming to and sobering up, I'm like, "Oh my God!" Like Ryan's gonna have a field day with this one because
very strange.
This fits every stereotype of my character that I play.
Character, that's right.
Oh.
I never met you out of character.
Right. You guys had great food.
Absolutely.
Too.
I have pictures of everything I ate. I was sharing pictures the entire time. We ate at a couple new places. We tried Mama Melrose. That was really good.
He sent me a picture of something, and I don't even know what it was.
Was it school bread?
Yeah, some sort of bread or something.
I can't believe that you are a Disney expert and don't know what school bread is.
Do you guys know what this is?
School bread?
No.
Stay away from that.
Why? I'm from North Carolina. We stay away from schools.
Is this a value brand?
It's not a value brand. It's from the Kringler Bakery. It's like a bread with coconut on it, and it's got like a custard in the middle of it.
That sounds awful.
Don't knock it till you try it.
I've tried a lot of things, and no.
Oh, well, next time you try it, you'll thank me. I know what all the foods are. You guys make fun of me all the time, but you guys won't listen to me.
Ryan, I have never made fun of you for the food because
you're fat.
Without you, I would not know Ronto Wraps.
Ronto Wraps. I had one of those.
That is a must.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we shared we didn't share a Ronto Wrap. We shared
that would have been a cute picture.
We ate from each end and kissed in the middle.
Now Ronto Wrap is a must have every time I'm at Hollywood Studios. And that's because of you. That's the thing. I trust you when it comes to
we ate
to
at
food. Yeah.
Oh,
he goes to Satuli.
He goes to Satuli. Those are delicious.
I had already been to Satuli, but I trust a man who knows how to get to Satuli.
I don't trust a man that likes T-Rex and
you really just hold that against me.
Has a platinum card for T-Rex.
That's
to
fine.
In.
It's an experience.
It is an experience.
Nick.
It's a one and done.
No, you've never been
it's
there.
It's kind of like the one time that Sean put it in a woman like a little bit. No.
Jeez. Well, he did it wrong, just like you do T-Rex wrong.
I'm good. Hopefully that goes extinct too, just like Dinosaur Land.
We ate at Lucilier's.
Why'd you eat at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon there?
You know,
kind of freaked me out.
So I didn't plan on that because we had plans. We had plans to go to eat with the beat. So that concert thing. So we had plans with friends.
Eat while you beat
with the beat. Eat with the concert. And, yeah. It's a food and concert thing that they're doing.
Sounds horrible.
Hoobastank.
How can you sing and eat?
I wasn't singing.
You should.
No. So like we were trying to get an earlier time for the steakhouse, but the closest we could get was like 1 o'clock. So we ate there, and then we had to eat at Beer Garden at like 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock.
Which I just want to say this real quick. I thought was the funniest thing ever, considering you don't drink.
No. No.
So like, I just thought it was so funny
So he
that
goes
you
to
chose to eat a
Le
beer garden.
Cellier.
Le Cellier.
Which
It's
is
a cellar.
The wine cellar.
It's a wine
French
cellar.
for
And then I went to the beer
the
garden.
wine cellar.
And then where'd you eat?
And then he goes to beer
Where'd you
garden.
eat instead of T-Rex?
Tequila at
No,
Sunrise.
we ate at Wine Bar George.
It's like you just go there and judge everyone.
I do.
You just look at everyone and just shake
These
your head.
alcoholics. Get a life.
Did you go to La Cava de
No, we went
Tequila?
by it, but we didn't go in there. They
You
just
just
kind of
start
food.
spitting on people.
I'll have a water.
Wait in line for 3 hours.
Yeah. We did that long
Just
line.
for the experience.
Where's
Yeah.
my wine?
I ate way too much food. Yeah, we saw Hoopa Stank, though. Hoopa Stank was great. That was a lot of fun. We're front row.
Oh, good.
I mean, he was like 2 feet away from me. It was really cool. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That was a lot of
That
fun.
is
We
stank.
did that with some friends of mine that do Mouse Minutes podcast.
Wait, Hoobastank was 2 feet away from you?
The lead singer.
Oh my gosh, that would have been so cool in the 90s.
No, it's 2000. So I did see them 20 years ago. It was about 2003 I saw them. So it was
Wow.
20 years apart, but it was still pretty cool.
To the day?
Not to the day, I don't think.
So that was 2 years after 9/11.
Not
Did
to-
you show them your
thanks.
tattoo of their autograph on your chest? and
No,
everything?
no. I tried to rip my shirt off, but I'm too tired.
Do you really?
No, dear God, no.
That would have been the most embarrassing thing that's ever been said on this
No,
podcast.
all you had to do was unbutton the plaid corduroy. So Ryan, you being from North Carolina, how was the boycott group of Tiana's?
You were leading the group. That's where I met you. Tiana's is great. I like that ride. It is a great ride.
Great
I
ride.
think it's a fitting replacement for what was there that needed to be replaced. Scott's favorite ride.
That wasn't his favorite ride, but man,
I mean, that's
a hell of a movie,
I told you
as
he showed me a
per
picture
what
of him
Scott said.
holding the whip. That's where it was taken. It was in front of Splash Mountain.
So when's your next trip
I
down
don't know.
here?
Maybe next year. We haven't figured it out. It's either going to be next year we'll be there or Disneyland, one or the other.
Listen, you got to take a trip
I
to
know.
Disneyland.
That might be this year
It's-
coming up. I'm waiting for Nick to send me somewhere just for research.
Yeah, listen, Pixar Place is an adequate hotel.
Okay.
Or Pixar, what's it called? Pixar Place.
You know he's
right?
going to stay at the courtyard at Marriott. Let's be honest.
Yes,
Right.
I'm sure of
Days
it.
in.
Yeah.
I don't spend any time in the
Disneyland's-
room. Why am I going to spend money on?
What time? What'd you do after 4:00 then?
I went back to the room. We watch TV. I mean, they got TVs in cheap rooms.
there's no campgrounds at Disneyland.
There is, and that's
There
what
is,
I plan on
yeah.
doing next time.
Yeah, and he sent this to me and Maddie, and he sent a picture of the campgrounds. He's like, "Oh, maybe we should buy a camper or pitch a tent
Yeah.
or something." I was like, "Oh, that's really cool
Oh, I
for
was
you
pitching
because we don't make any commission on the tents there." But
Ryan's gonna be in one of those homeless villages in LA.
That's fine. Yeah. Wake up and rope drop every day. Not my fault you don't make money on those.
Nick, can you book you should look into that. Booking a tent in like the homeless encampments. That would be an interesting avenue of
a new market.
you'd be the first.
What's that city where there's like a whole 2 blocks that was taken over by the homeless?
That was that
Springfield, Ohio.
Are you talking about the autonomous zone in Seattle?
Yeah, that's it.
Where people just took
They took over like
just
2
took
or
over the
3
police
blocks.
station.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the mayor was like, I don't know what to tell you. It's,
can't do
it's the
anything
summer
about
of it's the summer of love.
Can't do anything about it.
I'm telling you, we live in the greatest time for comedy.
For comedy, not for humanity.
We really
No,
do.
worst time.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there was the Black Plague, and there was a lot of bad
What?
things that happened. I'd say probably like the 7th worst time for humanity. I think it's fair. So we're in the top 10.
We're in the top 10. Or bottom 10?
Yeah. I'd say like Black Lung and stuff was pretty bad. Black Death,
call
where
it
it took
that.
like half the world, right?
your friend that died of the swine flu.
That was
How was that? How is she?
How is she now?
how's she
I
now?
assume she's at the right side of the Father in heaven. I have no
Might have
idea.
suggested-
I hope
you
she's.
gotta ask Sarah about that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
But she doesn't know how
I'm sure
Jewish she
she's-
is anymore, she said.
No, she had a problematic past. Like she was a drug dealer, but she's probably looking
Did
up
she
at us
die in
right now, smiling.
Like 5th grade?
It was.
I don't know
7th
because
grade.
that story, she was a he at one point, and
Oh, is that
Well, she
bad, Nick?
transitioned.
yeah, it was.
You judging?
Sorry for me trying to be politically correct and respecting her pronouns. I was ahead of the curve. In 2007. God. I was an ally before Obama. Okay. But anyway, I digress.
Oh, boy. Well, before we get to, I have a little surprise for you guys, but before we get there.
Don't whip out your
So-
penis, please.
No, don't do that again.
Oh,
You did it to that
man.
lady in
October
Animal Kingdom.
October 2nd is episode 250. James Yon's going to be here. October 9th will be
It's
What?
250. Every 50 episodes, you have a black person on. Okay.
Correct. Same black.
It's the
one.
same one. Yeah, it's just the one you
I
like.
make quote
He
with
said
the
he's
same
one of the good ones.
Yeah. One of the good ones. Then on October 9th, we're going to be recording kind of the last episode of it being called No New
I thought
Friends.
you're giving up finally.
Then October 16th.
When we're giving up, you'll be a regular on the show, Ryan.
I got my own show.
On October 16th, we're inviting everybody. It is an open listener event.
Oh.
You have to be a member of our public Discord. Okay, so you don't have to be a Patreon member, but anybody is welcome to be on the episode, ask us questions, share your favorite No New Friends moment, etc. It'll be a super fun time. More to
Do
come.
they have to call in using Riverside?
I think we're going to do Zoom.
Okay, because if you call in using Riverside, that was a failed experiment.
Failed experiment.
So we are doing Diz Journey. We are bringing it back.
Pretty much.
Essentially, yes, on my
mic.
terms, the way that I want to. Yep. And then October 23rd is the first episode of Parents Night Out. All right, we've got a segment. We haven't had a segment in a while. Everybody's gone lazy and complacent in their role.
I'm waiting on back pay right now.
You got a free trip to make these not so scary.
They're not supposed to know that. Don't say that.
Oh,
I don't think they know that.
Paid to be
All
there.
right. Let's check in and see how the sophisticated gentleman is doing.
Please stand clear of the doors.
Hey guys, on the monorail, headed to the funeral for Diz. What? I've been gone so long that No New Friends is having a funeral soon? Jeez, that's what I get for being gone for the summer, I guess.
What shall it bring when the gentleman rings on Travels and Tribulations?
Hey everyone, it's me, the sophisticated gentleman, for all the new listeners that have never heard my voice before. I recognize that I have been gone for a while, been very busy, but I haven't left Travels and Tribulations behind. I've been writing down a lot of ideas, recording a lot of ideas, and just haven't gotten the chance to send them into the show. However, I've decided to combine all those ideas together into a bit of a clip show. So enjoy all of the various ideas that I've had for Travels and Tribulations the last few months, stitched together. So anyways, I haven't heard a song as bad as that national anthem at the All-Star game since Remy's AI song that started screaming like it's the dentist or something. I'm calling you about your car's extended warranty, and no, this is not a scam, unlike the No New Friends podcast Best of Orlando competition, in which they pushed so hard saying that they were one of the best podcasts and ended up losing to Florida Public Radio. So according to the news story, the elderly couple was selling tickets to heaven for $99 each and said that it was Jesus who gave them the tickets behind the KFC and that they're made of solid gold. Apparently, Jesus wanted them to sell the tickets so that they could get some money to go to outer space. They met an alien named Stevie, who said that if they got the cash together, then he and his wife would go on a flying saucer to the planet made entirely of drugs. Also known as the story of Nick's life.
All right, on September 11th, 2001, in the wake of a tragic day in American history, even at Disney World, September 11th.
And much like on Remy's Roundtable, you too can guest on Into the Disneyverse if you just reach out to one of the hosts on social media. So you can actually register a sex offender in your area. So you just type in the name. So I've got Scott Maffei here. You got place of work. I actually know that, so I'm just going to input that here. And then from there, Scott, what are you doing over there? Old man, what is he doing?
They're eating the dogs.
That's nice that he didn't assume Scott's gender. But yes, it is very much in a sexual manner. Is tape a scam?
That was really, really funny, sophisticated gentleman. Thank you so much. I love the clips without context. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. So, Nick, how's the world of cheerleading?
Good.
All right. Cool.
Fantastic. Chris, how's Biggest Loser going?
Cheerleading's good. It's been a journey as well too. I'm calling everything a journey anymore because it does journey. No.
Okay.
So when I started the cheer season, I was like not that excited to be the cheer coach or assistant coach, I guess. But I'm loving it. It's been nice to get me out of the house and have fun, but it's driving me crazy, guys. Like, we have one child here. I don't know how people can handle more than one. I mean, Scott only had 2 girls, so
yeah, but he didn't talk to his till they're way past football and cheerleading age.
I don't think he's around for them, and it's still not around. They're driving me crazy, guys. I don't know how else to say it. There's this one girl on this team, bless her heart. I mean, the first day at practice, she just wanted to lay out in sundays.
How old is she?
She's 6.
Starting young. Okay.
Yeah. Last
Is
night,
that melanoma early?
Last night she just wanted to stand there and catch a butterfly. She at the game,
and then Nick took an edible and tried to join her and
I was catching all the butterflies. Saturday at the game, so our colors are maroon and gold, and she apparently has something against the color maroon and kept throwing the pom-pom to the point that I wanted to just eat the pom-pom and maybe a cheerleader or two. It was they're testing my patience. I don't know how else to say it, but I am high all the time now because of cheerleading. But yeah, it's been fun overall. It's exhausting. It's an hour and a half, and I don't know how teachers can teach for 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day, and deal with this, because it's an hour and a half, and I can't.
I coached Darren's soccer team when he was like 4 or 5 years old, and like practice was awful because they didn't want to, like, I'm trying to do drills, and I'm trying to, okay, now we're going to run, the lines.
They tell you not to do that to kids.
And drop and give me 10 push-ups, and and all they want to do is just chase the ball. They just want to chase the ball.
Yeah, it's definitely, we have a competition coming up. So last night was our first competition practice, and by competition I mean we're apparently doing 3 competitions. I don't know why. It's literally 5 to 7-year-old kids doing a competition where they have to learn a dance and routine and stand on the same spot. Meanwhile, they're back there just running around chasing bugs and running away from the butterflies, and it's going to be a very interesting show. If you want to come watch it, it's definitely going to be pretty close to what we saw last night, I think, at the debates. And that's just.
And how far away from Springfield do you live?
It's actually, these competitions are in Springfield.
Oh, wow. Perfect. Okay.
So, luckily, we have some really great barbecues because it's in Trump country, and there's gonna be some really good food trucks there. So, we'll have to send Sarah.
Don't forget to spade and neuter your pets.
No, we don't want. We need more.
Oh, I thought you were trying to get rid of the immigrants.
No, we need more. To feed the immigrants. So, cheerleading's it's been rough, and I'm struggling, but it's fun at the same time.
Awesome. Ryan, when your son gets old enough, if he wants to do a sport, will you coach?
Coach? No. I don't like football, and I mean, I wouldn't be a good coach.
What about there's other sports?
Soccer? No. Yeah. We're North Carolina. We don't play soccer.
I say, he wouldn't be allowed to cheerlead there because he's
no, we don't do that either.
Yeah, not in the South.
No lacrosse. No, none of that.
What sports do you guys have in North Carolina? Like
basketball,
duck hunting.
Basketball, duck hunting,
fishing,
people hunting,
fishing.
Yeah, FFA, that kind of thing. I played basketball.
Did you really? You are tall.
I'm pretty tall.
Yeah. Okay.
Speaking of basketball, how's your ankle, Chris?
Horrible, dude. I haven't run in years.
You look like you haven't ran in years.
All right. Listen.
I gotta get a reality his ankle check. And it was worse.
Listen, I got a reality check for you guys. Bought this little app. I actually bought a 30-day free trial, so everything might spiral out of control after the 30-day free trial. But got a little app called MyFitnessPal. Tells you how many calories you should be eating a day, and everything like that. So I scan all the barcodes of my food. And do I not eat fast food or not eat from here or there because it's bad for me? I don't eat that stuff more because I don't want to have to log it. I am so competitive with points and stuff. So Scott, you went golfing today.
Yes.
It's very competitive in golf to get the lowest score. So,
and I did that today.
That's not the point of the story.
Well, I was hitting so bad that I just skipped 3 holes. I said, I'm out for a while.
If you hit the ball sideways to the other hole,
and I did that too. And then I forgot my putter on another hole. It was a mess.
So I have this app, and obviously you have a goal. My goal is 1,800 calories a day. Now and then what you if you work out, then you can eat more, right? So you want to end the day with a deficit. So I want to end with like the biggest deficit possible. I didn't know that it was unhealthy to not eat enough calories. So like after a few days of this, I was like, hey, my goal is 1,800 calories for the day. I only had 700 calories yesterday. And she looked at me and she's like, that's like actually like you're going to be malnourished. Like that is not good. So the funniest thing is I didn't know that there was this button at the bottom of the MyFitnessPal. It says complete diary. And it says if today was like every day for the next 5 weeks, this is how much you would weigh. So it calculates your exercise and your food. I go to hit that and it was like, we're not going to let you know because you're eating less than 1,200 calories, which is the recommended value for a person your age. So like we're not going to calculate this for you because you're like killing yourself. So I did have to up my calorie intake. I did have to start tracking alcohol, which does consume half my calories per day. But yeah, so started on August 26th at 181. I am down to 172.2 today. No, 173.2 today. Yeah. So it's working. And the only reason it's working, do I want to not be eating the stuff that I want to be eating? Absolutely not. But this MyFitnessPal makes me so competitive. It's like I'm trying to beat the books every day. It's like betting. You're betting. And it's like, so you just got to starve, man. Like, so you just starve and then you end the day. And what's great is you complete the diary and says, if you keep eating like this in 5 weeks, you'll be. And it said like yesterday, I was chopping down a tree and I channeled my inner Ryan, chopped down a tree.
Lumberjacking's my thing, dude.
Did it hit my porch? I don't know. Could have clipped it. Do I need a new gutter? Maybe. But the tree's down and it took 2 hours to burn 600 calories. So yesterday I was like, I ended the day with like a huge deficit. Made me feel good about myself. Didn't do anything today because I got a blister. I did get a blister. I am fine.
I think you can log those too for.
Oh, poor thing.
I think you can log a blister for calorie loss too.
I'm gonna have to look into it. Yeah, because I assume my body's fighting off the blister and I am burning calories. It's probably the same as my wife producing milk. I would assume it's the same effort of me fighting the blister. You know.
Probably. Yeah.
But yeah, so going well for weight loss, going horribly for my mental state. But that's why we drink, right, Scott?
Exactly. Yes.
Again, I can't log this whiskey if it doesn't have nutrition facts, right?
That's true.
There's nothing to. Yeah, I know what happened. It was damaged. The barcode was damaged. I have no idea what happened to it.
I spent a lot of days drinking last week.
I love how you say I only drink in the parks.
Well, the parks and football.
Yeah, we both know.
I only drink at the park.
He's like, I really don't drink that much. I only drink at the parks. I'm like, are you at the parks every day?
Every day that week.
Like, you don't drink when you drink it when you're at the parks
and football. Parks, football, and golf.
Right. Ask the kids in his neighborhood. He spends a lot of time in the park.
Yeah, I know, right? He owns a ghillie suit.
Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
Last night at the debate, Trump claimed that illegal migrants were, quote, eating the dogs. Figuring being illegal was a prerequisite to do that, Scott immediately revoked his U.S. citizenship. He's hungry and horny, I guess.
Oh, my God. I'm like a praying mantis. Don't they eat the, never mind.
I don't know what they eat. I'm not a praying mantis guy.
Well, the praying mantis, after she gets the deposit from the mail,
she'll eat the mail after they mate.
Because dogs eat mail. Kamala Harris came out last night dressed like a pilgrim. A bold move because the pilgrims were notoriously racist against minorities. I guess she was really trying to win over the MAGA vote. Worked on Scott. Trump claimed that Kamala Harris was using illegal aliens to do transgender surgeries on. In an effort to not get canceled, Universal Studios changed the name of E.T.'s Adventure to They Their Adventure.
That was a good one.
Sarah took the night off tonight because her daughter had a birthday. Scott told Sarah, listen, family comes first. Now, this is true. Unless Nick is your husband, he usually comes last. When Ryan went on vacation, he tried to eat a T-Rex. Scott was busy that night, so he couldn't host them. It's an old joke.
Oh, you saying you're a dinosaur?
Ryan talked about how he booked through Sandpiper and got to the parks early. He was able to rope drop. Now, I contacted Sandpiper, and Nick taught me how to soap drop. Ryan said that he got to hang out with Ryan twice when he was in Florida. When I talked to Ryan, he said he had to hang out with Scott twice when he was in Florida. Scott talked about how he carried himself with the Disney influencer, and it could have been, quote, the worst thing he has ever done. Scott, I do have to humble you. Can I please remind you that you let Mary stay on this podcast for over 100 episodes?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
The Sophisticated Gentleman told a story about how a couple got tickets to heaven from behind a KFC from Jesus. It was actually Jesus.
It's actually Louis.
Scott asked Ryan if he'd ever want to coach if his son got into sports. Now, Scott, just because all he can afford is coach doesn't mean that's what he wants to do. All right?
There's nothing wrong with coach.
He doesn't even fly. He drives.
And lastly, Scott took off his glasses in the middle of the episode. And honestly, it was pretty jarring. It was like seeing a penis get circumcised in real time. And those are my clip notes.
You son of a bitch. Thank you, Chris. So, big news, starting November 4th, we're going to be recording on Monday nights.
Oh.
Yeah, because my schedule has been changed around.
Which I just realized we're going to be up against Monday Night Football, you dick.
Well, our choices are Sunday night or Monday night.
Oh my gosh.
Or
you
Friday
heathen.
night.
You
or
heathen.
Friday night.
You heathen.
Yeah. Yeah,
even Nick's pissed and he hates football.
Yeah. That's my brunch day.
Listen, this was a tough choice, okay? I've had Wednesdays, Thursdays off. And, you know, we do the TikTok live stream on Wednesdays. And an opportunity came up where now I can have Sunday, Monday off. And, you know, I miss my kid and kids and my wife. So, you know, plus now I could watch football. So Sunday, Monday off. So we're moving to a Monday night recording schedule.
You're lucky the Eagles play this Monday.
We could start it early. We could start at 7.
Oh, yeah, because then football starts today.
That does change things.
We'll figure it out.
Record.
Yeah, you have a very quick turn. I'll try to remember to send you the episodes early.
Yeah, you better, or else you ain't gonna get any of them.
I know.
Yeah, but also, Scott, not even for selfish reasons. It is like, even if we just temporarily recorded at 7 during football season, I feel like not going up against Monday Night Football might be.
You're
might
probably
be, yeah, might
going
be
against
a
Mickey
good
and the
idea.
Mouse too, and Kingdom Hearts that I watch every time.
Well, she's got a baby soon.
So we'll figure that out, and more to come on that.
Yeah, so way more to come on that.
Who's coming?
What?
Maybe all of us, if you're lucky.
Ryan, where can our listeners find you?
You guys can hear me on the Disneyverse with Chris Yob over here, where I give him a hard time on that podcast too.
He does. Loves giving me a hard time.
Nick?
You can find me at Emotional Support Gay Nick, where I am very emotional and supportive of the gay community. On my Instagram, where I do some video recording now and vlogging of my journey through life of taking walks and eating dog. And then you can also find me at Sandpiper Vacations on all social media platforms.
Chris?
I am on Instagram at Chris Yob and on TikTok at Chris Yob NNF. Follow us on TikTok if you haven't already at parks.nnf. At the parks.
At the parks.nn, yeah.
Because we did just put out a funny video. Well, I thought it was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Unless somebody didn't. Somebody said it was not a vibe.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So you check it out, listeners at home, and see if it is a vibe.
Yeah, comment. Is it a vibe? Is it not a vibe? Yeah, let us know. You can connect with all of us. Our social media links are all on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. Check out our sweet merchandise, join our clubhouse, become a Patreon member for as low as $2 a month. Follow us on the YouTube. Set that notification bell on. That way you know when we're going live to record our episodes. And the same on TikTok, where we go live from the parks. If you listen to us on Spotify or Apple, please leave us a 5-star rating and review. We love that kind of stuff, and it really helps us out with the algorithm. On behalf of the Sophisticated Gentleman, our producer, Alex, Game Master Ryan, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.
No new friends, just the old and the bold. In the world of kids, we're the ones who hold. Scott, Chris, Sarah,